Oh my God, we have so much tea to get to. Welcome in. It's the Sarah Fraser Show podcast. Just one quick housekeeping thing to remind you about. We have amazing sponsors. I do 7 days a week, a daily pop culture podcast. Honey, if you are on my YouTube watching this video right now, I am surrounded by notes. That's how crazy, that's how much show prep we do. That's how much we care about giving you bite-sizable escapism, fun things to talk about and gossip around the office. So listen to some of my sponsors and frequent from them, please. There's some amazing ones. I always get you a discount, always get you a deal. This month, Cash App is giving away money when you download the app and you use code TSFS. Rula.com, their unbelievable online therapy that accepts almost all insurance. And then Quince. We are heading into summer. Oh, you got to look at snatched. Your kiddos too. Quince has kids' clothes. Unbelievable. All the luxury clothes, but not with the luxury prices. You use my code TSFS, my link. Everything is in the description of these podcast episodes. Boom. We link it for you right there. Go and frequent my sponsor and keep supporting the show. Thank you. We have an unbelievable amount of stuff to get to. First of all, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni. If you thought that this case, this story was quieting down, we have had some shocking developments over the past 2 days, which I'm going to tell to you and get you up to speed. Here is it in a nutshell, and then we'll move on to Cassie, Diddy, welcome to Plathville, and one of the sister wives' kids is speaking out, basically saying that it was one of the sister wives' mamas that fought to actually get the kids paid because TLC didn't want to pay the kiddos. So here's what you need to know with Taylor Swift and Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and Brian Friedman, Justin Baldoni's lawyer. It has come out that Taylor Swift has been pressured to delete text messages between she and Blake Lively. Oh, yeah. To delete those text messages, okay? And this is as recently as February. Also, Brian Friedman has come out over the past couple of days and basically said that a source extremely close to Taylor Swift, now a lot of people are speculating who that will be, we're going to get into it, is the person that revealed this information to him, and he filed an affidavit. He swore in an affidavit under oath this is 100% true, and he wanted to subpoena to get those records. I'll give you the update if he got them and who allegedly this source is. Diddy and Cassie, we're day 3, we're day 4 of the trial all this week. People have very mixed feelings. They want to know, where are the RICO charges? Those are the things that could really get this man, who's an absolute pervert and disgusting, in jail. Where are the RICO charges? Where are the sex trafficking charges? We're hearing a lot from Cassie, which obviously proves this man is a piece of shit. But people are getting very nervous. Is he going to go to jail for RICO charges? Now, people that are defending this whole case are going, give the government a minute. We're only 4 days in, 5 days in. Let's pump the brakes, give everybody a second. And let's let them paint a picture of how awful he was. Then we're going to do the icing on the cake. You can see where you fall. But in the midst of that, Diddy has now a new lawsuit of a woman who alleges that he raped her and he had a Tootsie Roll style dick. I am not laughing about the R word. Don't you come for me. Don't you get on my TikTok. You're so insensitive to people who've been essayed. I am not. I'm extremely sensitive to it. She's the one that put the quote in. This isn't the New York Post. It's not me. Anyway, we're going to talk about his Tootsie Roll schween coming up. And then, welcome to Plathville. The picture's been going viral. I posted it. Finally, everybody, a lot of you slid in my DMs. Where's the picture of Micah Plath with a broken nose? It's on my TikTok, okay? A lot of people have a lot of questions about this picture too. So I'm going to get you up to speed on what is the latest tea with Welcome to Plathville and Micah Plath's broken nose. Will he ever model again? Plus Sister Wives. Okay, let's start with Sister Wives. That's usually how we lay out the show, and then we'll get into everything else. Gwen Brown, of course, famously the daughter of Christine Brown Woolley and Kody Brown, has now come out and said that Christine is the hero. Christine is the mama that fought for all of those kids to get paid on Sister Wives. Yeah, because TLC did not want to pay them. Gwen is now 23 years old. She opened up about her experience to filming Sister Wives, speaking to Teen Vogue. That's a big interview. Good for Gwen getting in Teen Vogue. The interview was just published on May 14th. And she initially says that she was super into filming. At first, we just got thrown into fame and thrown into money, and I stopped wanting and needing things, she said, alluding the show helped her family get out of a poverty situation. When the series first premiered in 2010, life is a lot easier for a kid that's not going hungry. It was quite a blessing initially, Gwen writes. Despite success of the show, she also claimed that she and her 17 siblings weren't directly compensated for their appearances. The network only paid the parents, she alleged. I'm not sure if they do or didn't expect the parents to pay us kids, but we were not paid. Gwen goes on to say and claim that Christine, who shares 6 children with Kody, chose to pay their kids a certain amount per day for half day of camera time. The reality star admitted she doesn't know exactly how much she's earned over the years for her time on the show, though claimed it certainly hasn't been a fair share. Gwen made the claim. A spokesperson for TLC told Teen Vogue that compensation is handled in accordance with contractual commitments and applicable labor laws and regulations. However, the rep declined to address the specifics of contract agreements. Meanwhile, Christine, who is now 53 years old, said that she put money aside for her kids' college funds and vehicles. She also confirmed that Gwen and her siblings were not paid when the show first premiered. While Christine and Kody were married when the show premiered, she left him in November of 2021. Okay, Queen, we know. Following their split, Kody's wives, Janelle, Mary, also ended their spiritual and, whatever, I guess, TV marriages. He is now in a monogamous relationship with Robin Brown. Now, Gwen went on to say she also opened up about her parents' split. I felt like they should have divorced a long time ago, she admitted about Kody and Christine. I remember one time as a kid, I saw them arguing, and my first thought was, I hope they get a divorce someday. What kid thinks like that? After she left Kody, Christine found love again with David Woolley, and the couple, of course, has had a whirlwind marriage ever since that. In addition to reflecting on the end of Christine and Kody's marriage, Gwen also looked back on her perspective of fame and how it's changed over the years living in the spotlight. She says, quote, I'm growing a bigger dislike for it. In the past, it was like, this is my normal, she said. But now it's like, this does not have to be my normal, and it's weird, FYI. So if you want to read that full Teen Vogue, but okay, I love Gwen. Gwen, come on the pod, girl. We love you. Where are we at with Welcome to Plathville? Welcome to Plathville needs to be a documentary on how these religious families implode, explode, and just go bananas. I posted the picture this week. If you missed it, you can't miss it. It's up. It's all over my social media on TikTok and Instagram at the Sarah Fraser Show of what is reportedly Micah Plath's new nose after he nearly had it ripped off in an altercation with his brother, Isaac Plath. We're going to do a brief recap of what you need to know so far because Olivia Plath is my absolute favorite human being currently to follow on TikTok. She's going scorched earth, I think. Okay, I think. I'm waiting for the audio and video leaks to drop of Ethan Plath basically threatening to shoot up her friends, allegedly yell, scream at her. We haven't seen it yet, but apparently it's coming. But a lot of you said to me when you saw this picture of Micah Plath, because it's crazy. You all have said to me, look, this is like a picture like Bigfoot. When they take pictures of Bigfoot in the wild, it's grainy. They can't get a shot. You know what I mean? They cannot even get, no matter where Bigfoot is, Bigfoot be, he grainy, he blurry. We cannot get a shot. Same with the aliens, okay? If these damn aliens exist, they don't like to take photos. So people once said to me, Sarah, this picture, come on, bitch. It does not even look like him. And why is it so darn blurry and grainy? I did not get leaked to this photo. This photo is on the entertainment site, TV shows, ace.com. They're the ones with the first picture, okay? They're the ones with the first picture. This is what it looks like. You can hop on my YouTube right now. It's a little grainy. And this is the side-by-side of what he used to look like. Now, Veronica Plath says he will never model again unless he sees a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon. Micah, come on out. You're hot. And I'll help you find a great plastic surgeon. There are so many out here. She's also on my TikTok, by the way, in the comments. Now, we had a bit of a moment. I liked the wrong text message. People think Veronica Peters, she was never married to Micah. People are awful online. They say terrible things. They've alleged that she's a man. She is not. I have defended her numerous times publicly. She is a woman, and that is so disgusting and rude that people would say that. Okay. Anyhow, somebody posted a comment about the photo. I haven't. I liked the wrong thing, so anyway, I took it down. Like I did, I unliked it. Okay. I opened my app. I just hit like on everything to continue engagement on TikTok. I am never doing that again because people will start out things like, I don't believe this is really him. And then in it, they're like writing homophobic things like, I think he's gay and Veronica's a man. And then I liked that by accident. And then everybody gets upset, rightfully so. I would too. Okay. I apologize to Veronica. This is the comment. At A_girl_too friendly. I have no reason to guess, but my guess is that Isaac and Micah got into a fight because Isaac made a comment about the girlfriend not being a female because Reddit is sure that Veronica is a dude. So homophobic. She is not a man. Micah always gave me G vibes, especially when he modeled, meaning gay vibes. Insecurities and wanting to stay under the radar can do wild things. I hate this news. I love the show. Okay, well, I didn't read the comment fully. I like that. And Veronica was very upset, rightfully so. I love her so sorry. Okay. So, clarifying that. It does not appear that Micah Plath is going to be modeling anytime soon. And if this picture is accurate, which so far it has remained up on TV shows ace.com, nobody is trying to sue them. Micah Plath is not taking it down or asking it to be taken down. It looks like his modeling career is over. I don't think he's appearing on Watch What Happens Live as a bartender again, and he'd been there twice, and Andy Cohen wanted to do him. This is terrible news. Is season 7 filming? That's what I get asked all the time. Yeah, Isaac Plath already spoiled that back in December. He was out on his tractor in Cairo, Georgia, and he said, getting ready to film season 7. Isaac is rubbing me the wrong way, okay? Rubbing me the wrong way. What you did to Micah, what you did to our hot national treasure, screw you. Getting you up to speed, you need to be following all of these individuals constantly because it is wild. This show started out as Kim and Barry Plath, married for 24 years, uber religious. The kids had no idea who Tom Brady was. They never had a Coca-Cola in their life. Since then, these kids are beating the shit out of each other at their sister's wedding. Kim was a pop for a DUI. Yeah, she was arrested for DUI in 2023, turned herself in, failed a sobriety test. Kim and Barry got separated in 2021. They're still not divorced. It's insane to me, okay? Micah was dating Veronica. She was on last season, season 6. They broke up. Veronica says for a variety of reasons, but she alleges that they're like hillbillies. They're redneck, they're hillbillies. This isn't my word. She's all over Reddit saying this. And they're like homophobic, everything under the sun, okay? So she did not witness the fight, but she confirmed it. She says, in fact, Micah's nose was nearly ripped off because he and Isaac got into such a horrible fight. And apparently Isaac like uppercutted him. I don't know if he had a ring on his finger, but something sliced the nose and it was downhill from there. And Micah went to the hospital. He did not receive as many stitches as he should have. This was all after Lydia Plath, like sweet Lydia Plath, who she's known on the show because she had a prayer closet. Now she's ditched that prayer closet. She didn't know prayer. She prayed to find a man. She got married. Now she's an influencer. You go on her Instagram, she hawking every skincare product under the sun. I'm going to nail that line. Everything you can. Maybelline, sweetie. 1 skin, 2 skin, 3 skin. She putting all the skins on. Ain't not a prayer closet in sight nor a Bible. You'd think she would be getting like a commission for selling Bibles. I can't wait till we see her. She's going to be like hawking Smirnoff Ice soon. Anybody drink those anymore? Remember when everyone drank White Claws? White Claws. White Claws, Trulies. Ugh, nothing is grosser to me. No, thank you. I probably shouldn't say that. They're probably getting ready to sponsor the show. Are you kidding? It's summertime. Like all of us want like a flavored Smirnoff Ice. I just probably lost a sponsor. Anyhow. So the tea is so good. Why is the picture grainy? I don't know. It's grainy because call TV show aces. What do I know? All right. It appears to be real. Veronica says it's real. Where are we at with Olivia Plath? Olivia Plath is currently ranting on her social media about the DMV. She can't update her driver's license to Plath from like her former last name or something because she's moved states. The state of Virginia is being really weird. She's got to go back and prove that she was married to a Plath. The girl is freaking out about the DMV. All right. We all have been there with the DMV. And like the DMV, people that work at the DMV have such control, right? They're mind fuckers. Anything they want. What are you going to do? You need your goddamn like license, your real ID. Like you got to do anything for them to get that real ID. She's losing it on the old TikTok over the DMV. We're still on standby. About a week ago, she put up a video and she said, I'm tired of people basically saying that I'm making it up, that Ethan Plath was abusive. I'm going to drop receipts. I actually secretly, not even secretly, I think he kind of knew at times that she was recording him, and I'm going to drop the recordings and show you all the night that he spit in my face, what he sounded like. The time we went to Europe, he took a door off the hinges in Europe so he could see me and keep track of me. This is like some wild shit. I'm ready for him. So, okay. Now, I bet you're wondering, I kind of wondered, is Olivia Plath coming back to season 7 of Plathville with all this? She is. She actually is. A source very close to me. A source very close to me, yes. A source close to the show has confirmed that she is going to be on season 7, which I think is interesting because she's gone scorched earth on them. Scorched earth. So, very fascinating. She's saying a lot on social media, and the network doesn't seem to be getting involved. Maybe. However, maybe the reason we haven't seen receipts, these audio recordings and everything, is because the network is involved. We will see. Okay. Everybody else talking about 2 cases that are like, I am shooketh. Cassie and Diddy. Let's talk about that because there aren't a lot of highlights except for, unfortunately, the internet is beginning to get restless. And then we'll get to Blake Lively, Brian Friedman, Justin Baldoni, Taylor Swift. Okay, so this is what you need to know about Cassie and the Diddy trial. What are we on today? Day 4, I think, or day 5, right? You have reporters. People have waited in line for this trial. Anybody can get in because you've got ABC reporters, you've got web sleuths, you've got whoever, right? A lot of people, you can wait in line, you can get in the courtroom and hear this case, okay? A lot of people in there. You actually have some TikTokers and people coming out of the courtroom. They're leaving the courtroom saying that the prosecution, it is so boring what they are reporting. So boring. Cassie says the same things over and over about the freak-offs, about the abuse. She was on and off with Diddy for 11 years. He SA'd her. He raped her. Then she voluntarily had sex with him. She admits all these things, right? And people that have been SA'd say this is actually a depiction of what it's really like because they have such a mind mess over you. I only know this in a situation of work, right? With the Kane show with Kane, may he rest in peace. Now I know he was OCD, an addict. What else did he have? Okay, probably depression. Anyhow, I know this is a mind F of somebody who verbally like abused us, right? Was like, could be your best friend and help you out and lure you in. And then he'd be writing and CCing our bosses and telling them everything we're doing wrong and throwing us under the bus and using things against us and secretly recording you and all these things, right? It was a different situation. I had to work for him, with him. I was making a lot of money. You're like, how can I leave this? Anyhow, I know what it's like on a psychological way with somebody in a work situation who's a narcissist and addict and going unchecked. Never, thank you, dear God, never been in a relationship with someone physically or sexually abusive. Okay. So Secret Service Sam has hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok. He's there, he's been there, and he's been doing some reporting. He said he dropped a video this week that a lot of people are like, screw you, Sam. We're only day 3, day 4 of this trial. Let the government build up. Give them a second. But he's basically saying, look, people that are there are so bored by this testimony. They're leaving. They're walking out of the courtroom. They're leaving because this is a domestic incident. We know this. We know he's a piece of but where are the RICO charges? The ones that are going to put him behind bars for 25 years. Where are Where is that? Where the sex trafficking? Where is it that he took people across state lines, forced them to do stuff, sold them? Where all that at? I am not a trial attorney. I don't know. I think you guys even know this by now. Like my ADD is so off the charts. I couldn't even be a court reporter in there with the stenographer. Okay, I mean I'm daydreaming every 10 seconds. But it's getting very mixed feeling. Boozy Badass, who's the rapper from Louisiana, he's also he's sort of an instigator anyway, but he's on social media basically like, okay, we know this guy's a jerk, but like, where are these RICO charges? What's going to happen? That's what some people on the internet and I will use that popular-ish voices are saying. The other things that we've learned about, I think, Cassie, that I find, I guess, red flags is how was she able to participate in these freak-offs, which were weekly, and Diddy wanted her to participate in. And she basically says ketamine was her preferred drug. She calls it being in a K-hole, and being in a K-hole, you can completely disassociate. I don't, and is it just me? But everybody's like using ketamine these days too. Do you hear this? Like I hear from people all day. Oh, I'm using ketamine for my depression and this and that. Okay. Now, I know obviously Cassie was like abusing it, but does ketamine seem like it's a great drug? I don't think so. She was paid $20 million for that civil suit, and she was currently writing a book when her lawyers reached out to Diddy and basically told Cassie, look, you got a case here. Okay, all the abuse that you went through, you need to sue him in civil court for all the emotional damages and everything that he did to you. They sent the transcripts. They sent the transcripts over to Diddy's attorneys. He settled within one day. And now we know the settlement amount, $20 million. Oh! I say to myself, good for her. I love Cassie. I support her. I believe every blessed word she says. Okay, and she deserves that $20 million. 110 effing %. She deserves that 20 million. And you know what the best part is? She got the 20 million and then she gets to tell everybody what he's like. That leads me to the third most interesting thing I think that's happened this week. Because, there's a lot of nasty details. I've talked about them throughout this week. Why is she doing this? And she says, I can't live with the guilt anymore. I can't live with the guilt, the shame. I want to speak it so people know on record, this is what happened to me under oath. I want people to know maybe it changes somebody else. There you have it. So we will see. In the midst of his trial, Jane Doe, a woman who is going by Jane Doe, she's not revealing her real name or identity, is now suing Diddy as well. The guy's got like 100 lawsuits in addition to this trial. She's suing him for RAPE, which she says happened in 2001 at a party. She said it was so traumatic. She thought, she was meeting the man of her dreams. They were going to have a relationship. He RAPEs her. But she said, it was emotionally so traumatic. However, physically, I didn't have any scars because he had a Tootsie Roll dick. What? This is in the New York Post. I'm not making this up, but, we got to laugh at tragedy as well. She says that the penis was like, remember when you would get one of those large Tootsie Roll bars? She says there wasn't a lick of girth there. And it was just this Tootsie Roll pee and this long little Tootsie Roll dick that he was grinding away at. Maybe that explains why he was so awful. Okay. Teeny, teeny, tiny. That's what she says. So may God bless her and may she also win this. Okay, let's move on to Taylor Swift and Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and Justin Baldoni and Brian Friedman, the attorney of the century. What the hell is going on? If you're watching creators, if you've been watching my podcasters, you know this story. It seemed like it was dying down. It hadn't died. It hasn't died down a schmidt. Over the past couple of days, you've probably seen this headline that essentially says, there's a lot here. So let's get into all of this. Justin Baldoni's lawyer now claims that Blake Lively was extorting Taylor Swift, have been shut down by the judge. Okay. But this is a temporary loss for Wayfarer, Justin Baldoni, and Brian Friedman. But a lot of people think the damage is already done. And a lot of people believe this is true. And Brian Friedman is now going to up the ante because he says, I don't want to reveal who this anonymous source was, but if I have to, I will, because we were given information to look at and find text message exchanges, phone calls, and the pressure that Blake Lively allegedly put on her friend Taylor Swift to support her publicly and delete their text conversations. Okay? Blake Lively tried to allegedly force Taylor Swift into supporting her during the whole Justin Baldoni thing. Yes. Last week, Taylor was subpoenaed, if you recall, by Justin's attorney, as his side is arguing that Blake used the singer as part of her alleged strategy to take over the filming of It Ends With Us. They've also argued that sexual harassment claims that Blake has made against Justin, which include a meeting during the filming of the movie, were part of a big scheme to destroy his reputation. Taylor has denied any major involvement in the movie, with a rep saying last week, quote, Taylor Swift never set foot on the set of this movie. She was not involved in any casting or creative decisions. She did not score the film. She never saw an edit or made any notes on the film. She did not even see It Ends With Us, honey, until weeks after its public release, and was traveling around the globe during 2023 and 2024, of course, headlining her Epic Eras tour, which, by the way, I went to and was amazing. I know a lot of you went to. Well, yesterday, Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, wrote a letter to a New York judge arguing that their subpoena against Taylor's lawyers in D.C. did not seek irrelevant information. Based on information from a source who is highly likely to have reliable information, Friedman alleges that Blake told Taylor to delete their text messages. They further claim that the source said a legal rep for Blake tried to get a statement of support for Miss Lively, intimidating her. Miss Swift refused to do so. Private text messages of a personal nature in Miss Lively's possession would be released if she did not come out and support Blake Lively publicly. Michael Gottlieb, this is what's alleged. Michael Gottlieb, Blake Lively's attorney, basically told this source close to Taylor, Taylor's going to want to play ball, because if Taylor doesn't play ball, we could be releasing 10 years worth of text messages between friends. Are you trying to blackmail the queen? Lively's lawyers have quickly responded, calling the allegations, quote, categorically false and cowardly sourced to supposed anonymous sources and completely untethered from reality. They further said in a statement, this is what we have come to expect from the Wayfair parties. Lawyers who appear to love nothing more than shooting first without any evidence and with no care for the people they are harming in the process. Now, Blake's team then filed a strike to strike the letter from Justin's side. Freeman subsequently signed an affidavit claiming that he spoke to a person very closely linked to Taylor Swift, resulting in Blake's lawyer telling people another day, another bogus filing designed for clickbait. So what did the judge have to say? Blake Lively's motion to strike the letter was granted. A statement from the judge reads, the letter is improper and must be stricken. It is irrelevant to any issue before this court and does not request any action from this court. The sole purpose of the letter is to promote public scandal by advancing inflammatory accusations on information and belief against Lively and her counsel. The judge continues, it transparently invites a press uproar by suggesting that Lively and her counsel attempted to extort a well-known celebrity. It's further noted that court filings may be abused to make potentially defamatory statements without the threat of liability because of the defamation laws in New York, which essentially mean that you can't be held liable for defamation. It's in connection with a proceeding before a court, the 2015. Okay, so there you have it. As per a judge, the letter claiming that Blake tried to pressure Taylor is improper and must be stricken. Okay, so Taylor's people haven't come forward to deny this. Baldoni, according to a lot of sources online, including a lawyer not actually golden, I like following her on TikTok, she says that that Friedman even said, I don't want to reveal who this source is, but apparently he had an hour-long conversation, and a lot of people believe it's either Travis Kelce or Scott Swift, Taylor Swift's dad, this is alleged, that is the one that tipped off Brian Friedman to basically say, this threat happened. This threat happened by Michael Gottlieb. Okay, that Michael Gottlieb called the source that spoke to Brian Friedman and said, Gottlieb told me to do, said this. I mean, Friedman says he's ready to reveal the person. So we will see. That was struck down. What do you believe? Do you believe that Brian Friedman signed an affidavit saying, an affidavit means I swear as a person, this is 100% true. You think Friedman did that and was lying? Or do you believe the judge? The judge is basically saying, look, the case is underway. We're looking at evidence, to prove sexual harassment, to prove that Justin Baldoni really tried to hurt Blake Lively's businesses. This has nothing to do with it. What do you believe? God, okay. I mean, and with that, I need a glass of wine. All right. Love you. Here's a recap for you. Okay. So much I mean, can you believe this pop culture news? It's wild out there. Okay. Bye, everybody. We have a full slate of shows for the weekend as well. Always be subscribing to TSFS tomorrow. Our guy, of course, David Yontef is back with more scoop, and I have an exclusive update on Karen Huger from jail. How's she doing? Well, we got the goods. We'll have that out. And then on Sunday, Tasha K, the YouTuber, she's back. Well, she was here actually in 2022. So we're going to do a little refresh of our interview with her. Don't miss a thing. Bye, everybody.